Hello, I've made it. Hello everyone. I just gotta sort my camera out. I'm sorry I'm late today. Just life problems really. Just because yesterday's plan did not go fully to plan. I was expecting to be home earlier than I was, and I wasn't, unfortunately. So now I'm here. Just trying to sort my camera out a bit. There we go. So yeah, so I didn't really get home yesterday till way too late, and today I just had so many things I had to do because I was away yesterday, just helping a family member. So yeah, that's why I'm late. So honestly, I was thinking about postponing to tomorrow, but the problem is this regearing event ends tonight, and I didn't want to lose the opportunity of not using the regearing event at all, which is why it is a little bit late. And that's, like you can see, I haven't even had a chance to play any of Raid today because I've just been so busy. So, oh, I wish it was partying. It's really not. Oh, look at that. Nice place to start, right? Nice place to start with a nice triple speed, cruel attack percentage, crit damage. Boom. Yeah, so a bit of context on the team suggestions for Hydra. It is something we are going to do. We didn't want to do it instantly because we didn't want people to come in and go, oh, there's something wrong with team suggestions. There are no Hydra teams. The thing about the Hydra teams are, the biggest problem right now isn't so much whether or not the team works. It's whether or not the team damage is accurate. Because outside of, I think, Permataunt teams and... yeah, outside of Permataunt teams and the Wixwell Yannicka team, not many of the other teams just don't work anymore. Their efficiency is the problem. So what we will do is probably migrate them away or move them away so that they don't show up anymore and only collect more accurate data, because it is going to be the damage that is inaccurate more than anything else. But that doesn't mean those teams don't work. But what we are going to do today is look through, we're going to play test some Hydra. I've got some different concepts that I've been seeing, different ideas that I've got. Go on, let's do another triple roll. It's written in the stars, my people. It is written in the stars. This is what we do. It's just written in the stars. What can I say? You know. Odin's done. Yeah, the Odin event is ended. I was kind of late with the Odin video. I feel like I'm 2 days behind on everything. So I'm just trying to catch up at the moment, unfortunately. I'm just 3 days behind everything all the time. But hopefully, you know, I'm catching up a little bit right now. I did roll this little piece of beauty. It does need a bit of an ascension changeover, but this is a nice little beautiful piece. I must say. I don't know if I'm gonna have time, GV. We might have to postpone it to next regearing. It's just, it was just this. I don't know what it is, but somehow all the time they always manage to line the regearing event up during a window in which I can't play the game enough. This time it's because I had commitments on Friday. Last time I was away. The time before that I was away. So it's just been a really bad series of, like, just a bad month in general. It's been a bit awkward. Is there any outstanding questions you have though, GB? I might be able to answer some questions for you whilst we're warming up. For obviously speed and damage is king now. You can't rely on burns anymore. You can't, we entered. I think right now the biggest way to consider the Hydra meta is effectively burst meta. I think anything that used to do DPS, so that's things like Michinaki, Garrel, things that would attack consistently but for lower values has lost a lot of value. I think the value now is having burst. Right, okay. Is it urgent, GV, or should we do it next regearing? I mean, maybe the thing is the regearing event only requires you to change it, right? We can absolutely look at it next time. It's just, this is not going to be a long stream. I have something I have to do tonight, and it's already late for me, so I've got probably like an hour and 45 minutes tonight. I just don't have time to do anything other than Hydra tonight, unfortunately. Like I said, it's just been a really awkward month. Yeah, those were, I think what you sent me before was absolutely right. Speed up. Am I doing the 5-star soul? So after this stream, the path video is coming out, which has all of my plans. Again, I'm behind on everything. So everything at the moment is coming out a day where I need it to be, which is something I don't want to be in, and I'm trying to rectify, but it's just an unfortunate series of events. So after the stream, there will be a video going out as well, which is the path video that contains all of my stuff that I did. So you haven't played in 2 weeks. Hydra is different. That's the best way to say it. How does percentage stats work? Is it percentage of base or champ overall? It is always percentage of base Santiago. So if you see it says 10% attack, then it's 10% of the champion's base stat. If that base stat is 1,000, you get 100. The only thing that is always a percentage of the total is when you're in battle. So when you add an increased attack buff, that is always the total attack that you have in battle, including any aura or any sort of growth effects. But whenever you see it on armor, on gear, it is always going to be, artifacts. It's always going to be on the base stat. The difference is if it's not a percentage. If it's flat stat, then obviously it's just flat stat, of course. Like if you see 45 speed, it's just 45 speed. Just got Lonotharl. What set would be best for him? I quite like Lonotharl in a bolster, but some people like to build him full damage in like a HP style damage savage set. I quite like him in bolster. It just keeps him alive, and he's a bit more of a supportive ally attacker. Hey, Crouching Grandpa. Is Hydra bugged? No, they've reworked it all. Siege went well. I'm working towards Lamassu. We won another siege. Not many. I think I need like 3 more siege wins to get Lamassu. You got a Giga account of you. That's crazy. Yeah, so siege went well, to be honest. We're just powering our way through. We've got a pretty good track record since the first matchmaking where we had like a really tough matchup. Every other matchmaking has been pretty good, I would say. We've done pretty well. Yeah, can't complain really. I mean, I know a lot of people will say, oh, I've not got Lamassu, I've not had a fragment, I keep losing siege. It is going to be matchmaking. I am fortunate that I'm in a strong clan, and I've got a bunch of clan members who, they don't have necessarily Kraken accounts. Like our clan, I would never classify everyone in our clan members as like Krakens. They're just very good players that have got a good brain on them and a good set of champions that they can use. And we work as a clan we're pretty organized. Right, as you can imagine, I've got spreadsheets for everything, and the clan, we use these spreadsheets to basically make sure that everyone in the clan gets rewards, that everyone gets an opportunity to fight, that we prioritize people in the right positions, that we give everyone in the clan, whether or not they're like Supremo, PvPers, or whether they're just starting out in PvP, somewhere where they feel like they can contribute if they want to. Because to me, that's the important thing about Siege, is figuring out, okay, well, player A might have an amazing PvP roster, but player B doesn't, but player B still wants to take part. So how can we make sure that player B still feels like they're contributing in some way, even if maybe they're not contributing in like the ultra important areas, they're still adding value and still feel like they can take part, because that's really important. So everyone in our clan, as long as they want to take part, they can. But we also don't force anyone. If someone hates PvP, we're just like, okay, well, we can work with it. We do have to do a lot of work, Carnifex, yeah. Like we have the leadership, and I'm fortunate that I've got, you know, a couple of people who are willing to spend the time as leaders in the clan to help all of this. But we have to work quite hard to basically plan it all. You know, we have to work extremely hard because we have to, you know, put all the information in, track the data, all that kind of stuff. It's hard. Best blessing for 6-star Wick and Gembo. Probably crushing Rend, even in Arena, I would say. We lost the last one by like 50 turns. Oh, that's crazy. The aim is for the first time today. Nice, Spud Gaming. Congratulations. Now you get to summon your 100 fragments if it was on hard mode and get yourself an epic champion. Isn't that fun? Where do you use Ruel the Huntsman? Don't know where. I need to know where to build him. He's very good wherever you can like clear waves hard. He's like one of the better non-seer wave clearers in the game, just because his damage output is quite high. If you need Hex, very good, like Head of Mischief. So you can target him. He's just very squishy, that's his problem. He's very squishy. Only normal. I mean, normal's still great though. Congratulations. To be honest, I don't actually find the Amius is that much different from normal to hard. In terms of the team you have to build. Yeah, he hits slightly less, but actually, if you've beaten him on normal, you're not that far away from beating him on hard, effectively. You got Val. Val will be very good in the new meta, I think. I think Val will be very good in the new meta. Because I feel like he is going to be one of those single target bursts. Right? Anyone who can burst extremely hard is going to be very good in the new meta. That's my current philosophy that I'm working on. Anyone who has some level of crazy amounts of single target damage is going to be the way. I did see that, yeah. I don't really use my 6-star, so... I'm so annoyed, though. I'm still on 8 out of 9 Feral for Riho. I still don't think I've been able to... I still don't think I've been able to do anything with Feral. I don't think I've got a 9 out of 9 set. I've been waiting to get 9 out of 9 so I can do the Feral video. And then I need to do the Slayer video. But as I said, I'm behind on everything, so I'm trying to catch up. But I'm fairly certain... Check the inbox. Feral. I'm fairly certain I don't have... Oh, there is some in here. I might try and get some space in my inventory in a second. Because I got a bunch in my inventory that I could see if I got something. I want to see if I actually have anyone that can use Feral at 9 out of 9. Because it's not just enough to have 9 out of 9 Feral. You actually need someone who can do debuffs. Like on a substantial area. Like someone like Calvalax would be very good. How much inventory space do I have as accessories? Absolutely none. Of course not. When do I ever have any inventory space for accessories? Really just don't care about that. I need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22 I'm going to need to find space for. Well, that's awkward. I'm trying to get at least enough for a Night Revenant pinpoint. I've been trying to farm a bit more just so that I always, that I definitely have that. To be honest, what I do these days now is I do this. I basically go, give me 6-star rare just sell all this. Can we do it 6-star rare this, please? And all we do is we go down and we sell all of these things. Because I simply no longer have space. Like, we've got to the point now where there is no space in the game to have normal accessories anymore. Which sucks, because some of these are quite good, but there's no space for it. It's not like I'm keeping bad pieces, but you know, with all these variable sets we have in the game these days, just you need to make sacrifices somewhere. So I'm trying to do that, but you know, even these pieces, I'm like, if they've rolled well, I'm kind of keeping them. There's 10 pieces. Do you know, and I've also been doing this a little bit. If these rings are so bad, I'm never going to use them. It doesn't even matter if they're 9 out of 9. So I've just been selling 5-star rare stuff now. It might break the set, but never going to use them. They're just eating up space. $20 months, brother. Hello. Okay, so now I need to check artifacts. We can collect that. Right, we need to collect all this feral gear. My inbox is just full of accessories. I really think if they can't increase the storage of accessories for technological reasons, they should look at the upgrading cost. Because the biggest problem I have here is it's too expensive for me to cleanse accessories. It costs me too much silver, so I never feel incentivized or want to do it. If they just increase if they reduce the sell cost and the upgrading cost of these particular accessories, then at least we can cleanse the same way we can cleanse artifacts. Okay. Okay, great. So what I want to know is, of all of my accessories that I have, how many of them can I get in feral? So what we're going to do is we're going to go for, let's reset this, accessories only. I want it to be feral. And then I want to organize it by faction. Okay, so we can't do banner lords. Can we do high elves? We can do a high elf. So is there a high elf that would make use? Well, let's just work it out. So high elves is on the list. Sacred Order is not. Apparently Barbarians is not even on my... Apparently I've never got a Barbarian feral piece, so Barbarians are out. Ogrins are out. Lizardmen are out. Skinwalkers are out. Orcs are out. Demon Spawn is out. Undead Hordes is out. Dark Elves is out. Night Revenants is out. Barbarians is down here for some reason. Don't really know why. Can't do Barbarians. Sylvan Watchers. Cannot do... Close, 2 pieces. And Shadowkin, I've got the 2 pieces here. So, and Dwarves have only got 1. So the only faction I can do it in is High Elves. So the real question is there a High Elf debuffer that actually can take advantage? Because you need someone that can do like 3 debuffs. So that means someone who actually applies a lot of debuffs, like Poisoners. It's very good for a Poisoner. You know, Bellinor maybe. Decrease defense and weaken. 2. It'll give you a 10% damage boost. Deliana can do block buffs and decrease resistance. And a Leech. So Deliana's not bad. 3. Elenaril can do poisons on a reasonable rate, so she could be quite good. He's going to be terrible. Pixniel just doesn't do debuffs, so she's useless. Izzin doesn't. Lonotharil doesn't. These guys don't do any debuffs. Rowanus, no. What do we got here? Marksman, maybe. You want kind of functional debuffers as well, right? You don't want them to be just useless bots. Honestly, Bellinor or Elenaril, I would say. Bellinor, Elenor, or Deliana. Like, a Thorian does 2 debuffs. It's not bad. Really, to be honest, I feel like Feral was simply made for this character. Feral was made for this. Feral Reho is what I want. It's why I keep every single siege. I'm like, can I get a Shadowkin amulet? If I get a Shadowkin amulet, this is where I feel like it's made for. Effectively, if I get a Shadowkin amulet, I can increase my Hydra burst by 30% damage. I'm just so close to it, but I can't get there. Frustrating. Frustrating is the word. Right, what do I have to do for these missions quickly, and then we'll do some Hydra testing. Win, Feral, do. Absolutely nothing, right? Higher team power, that's fine. Nine-piece Feral means every debuff that champion places on an enemy head increases the damage that enemy head takes by 5%. So if you can stack 5 or 6 debuffs, you can really absolutely ramp it up. It's like reverse protection. The challenge is, can you actually find a champion that can debuff as much, right? It's people like Ramantu, Calamitous, Riho, Poisoners, probably. I don't know whether or not it would carry on a debuff spreader, because technically the debuff spread does make it so that you take ownership. So if I spread someone else's debuff, the ownership of the new debuff is on that person. So you could potentially put it with someone like a Deliana, because she will spread more. She'll spread different debuffs, right? Excuse me, what are you doing? Lydia would not be a very good one, to be honest, because she only does... I mean, I suppose she does do her A3, so you actually, yeah, you're right. You could stack it up a fair bit. It's just that her valuable debuffs are only 2. But it could work. A A3 would be more useful. Do mastery debuffs count? That's the defense mastery that adds leech. Yes, that would count. Attack master. So if you had someone that placed a stun, like you could put Riho. Does Riho place leech? She doesn't, but she doesn't always stun, right? That's the problem. In Hydra, she wouldn't stun. Venus is a candidate. Yeah, Venus is also a candidate. Anyone I think who is a good poisoner with other effects is going to work well. I think Akimtum, for example, could work well. You get Hex plus poisons and spreading of those poisons. Anyone who does that, I think, would be a good candidate for it. Like I said, the challenge is just trying to find the 3, right? You need to pair the 3. I've got a lot of 2s. I've got a lot of like banner amulets, amulet banners, ring banners, but I don't have the 3 in a row. What are you doing, cat? Tail, you're waving to the camera. Nobody wants to see your backside though. No, we're not doing it. We're just doing dailies just because I've not been on the game at all today. So. Feral doesn't place enough debuffs. You would never want to take Feral out of a protection. He places more buffs. Like, that's what you... Yeah, Brimstone. That's why I'm saying my Riho would count as 6, because I've got a 6-star Riho. So she'd get her 5 standard debuffs minus the stun, plus Brimstone, that's 6 on a single target. It would make... Like, imagine I can give Teox and the ally attack from Teox 30% more damage. It's a lot. I was hoping I would get one this time, but I didn't. It was incredibly frustrating. I'll be honest. Incredibly frustrating. Yeah, but I'm pretty sure he only gives 2 debuffs as well. So you might as well just put protection on him. It's more valuable. Because protection is always going to be more accessible for a good build, and Feral needs to be in a good build. The thing about Riho is her build doesn't need to be exemplary. It just needs to be solid enough. Yeah, I'm on 70 fragments for Lamasu, I think. Marius is forever going to be 399% crit damage until another Slayer Pass event. It's just where I'm at right now. Should do it. Daily. Don't think I got gauntlets to upgrade. There isn't at the moment. We keep saying, like, it was always on our plan to basically add a more advanced, like, my teams. We just have never got around to doing it. Like, the data is in the background, but it needs, like, visuals on stuff on the front. Just pull Lugan and Elderskarg. Elderskarg's probably still one of the strongest single target hitters. Like, Elderskarg in Hydra would be very good. Would be very good. Right now, I think. What else we got to do? 3 here. I'm just trying to blast these out so at least I don't forget some of them. Anyone else think the next event dungeon will be holiday related? Yeah, it probably will be. Halloween, maybe. Depends what they do. If they continue just to, like, take a boss and make it a boss, that's probably what they'll do for Halloween. If it requires a bit more implementation, then they won't do it for Halloween. They'd rather do it for a longer term event. But Halloween is such a short holiday. It's quite hard to do. You know, you basically put in a boss up for a few weeks, if that. It's quite short. Whereas the holidays, like Christmas, you can actually run from, like, the middle of November all the way through. But Halloween's quite a short holiday. Would Fennex be useful in Hydra? I think so, yes. I'm going to explain what I mean by single target burst, why I think the meta is now burst. Now, once I just finish these last 2 things that we're doing here. I'm going to do Classic Arena, I think. Yeah, whatever. Nobody cares about this tournament. It's fine. It's fine. Yeah, I am going for the soul, by the way. The video after this stream will show you the path and what I pulled. But I am going for the soul. I'm also going for the frame because I'm a greedy boy. So it's going to be a lot of... I still need another 25k points for the soul. And then I think I need 2 more keys. So I need another... What is it? 12, 14 and a half, 15, 16, 17 and a half thousand points. So we'll have to figure something out. But it's just going to be a lot of training. Again. I feel like the only purpose for Freya Fate Weaver is just to train. Like, she's literally been just non-stop do champion training, do champion training, do champion training. That's been it. That is all it's been. I feel. So. I should stop myself decaying, just do this quickly. Yeah, I pulled 12, so. I got pretty good luck today from Clan Boss, which you'll see in the video. Do you need speed to calculate for Iron Twins? I managed to pull Rush card, but I'm a pain. I don't know if the old ones are still active. To be honest, speed tuning those kind of bosses have always been a bit of a pain. And Korra and Narcissus. Oh, hey, you're gonna go double boost, you? Okay. How to build Elderskarg for Hydra. Full damage. Oh, you're going Odin. Okay. Yeah, it's just a lot of champion training, isn't it? Cool. It's, you know. You pulled Altan, Staltus, and Ragash. Okay. I mean, I'm going to get rid of Arbiter, only because it gets rid of the banner. And I know I won't win the speed race, but I will probably be able to intercept. It depends. Odin is very scary. How did I win? How did I win a 40% aura? Please explain. Someone explain to me how I won this race. Put a passive off. How did I win? That's a 40% aura with a Siffy. Which a 5-star Siffy. I should not be able to win that. Thanks. I'll just kill you. Oh, damn it. Are you serious? Look how little health it's got. Are you serious? I'm so annoyed right now. I'm so annoyed. It had no health left. I'm going to lose because of that. Why wouldn't you kill the Rhonda? Why would you not kill the Rhonda? Oh, we're so screwed anyway. Look, it's just block damage and everything. I'm so screwed. There's absolutely nothing I can do. I'm done. Odin's going to take over this fight now. Because Odin's just going to one-shot me. Oh, look at that. Jeez, can we... Can't do anything. Literally can't do anything. Odin's so broken. To be fair, I lost because I didn't quite kill Harima, but... It's Odin. I went for him. You only saw half of the whale that I did. I then bought another $100 worth and I still didn't get it. That's fine. The problem was he was stone skin. I wasn't expecting to go first. I was expecting to go second. That was the issue. So... Well, I picked Rhonda because she can get rid of Harima's passive. I should have A2'd with Narcissus. I was thinking I could A3 into an extra turn, but I forgot Ultimate Death Knight's passive. It's so annoying. Oh look, we can test the nice thing. We need double hitters here though now, so we've got to get rid of Freya. Shuzhen. We probably don't need Shuzhen, but we will go for it. Freya's going to try and block the death. I look forward to Nice carrying this person now. Okay. Just get rid of the Duchess. Smart. But you've got no speed. I'm trying to understand the goal here. You have no speed. So, as long as I don't buff, your Torment is useless, which means I should go first. And I can give him a turn. I don't need to, because he's going to take a turn, so I can just block your active skills. Then I can steal turn meter. Then I can put you to sleep. You'll cleanse, that's fine, I don't care. I've stole your turn meter at this point. You're going to come out of that. Then I'm going to use my Narcissus A2. He turns, doesn't do anything because he's useless, because he's now enfeebled instantly. Now he can't do anything, because what is he going to do? Okay, well that's kind of annoying. Well, he's polymorphed now. I'm waiting to see what Nice is going to do, by the way. I need to block... Why did it not block active skills? Now I'm going to lose because of Wukong. I lost because of Wukong. I lost because of Wukong. Damn it. I was under control, but too much polymorphing. Polymorphing actually cost me that because I polymorphed everyone when I shouldn't have done. I lost because of polymorph. In essence, they sheeped themselves back to life, which should never... Like, that was annoying. Well, he polymorphed, he would have died, see? But Tormund did kind of throw a spanner in the works a little bit. Not too much, but it's active debuffs. So, oh wow, he's stealing all my champions. And the problem with Wukong is just if he hits Helm Smash, he one-shots your team. So the moment I saw him come out, I was like, he's going to one-shot our mans and he's going to kill my team. There's nothing I can do. Oh man, I'm fighting Krakens tonight. I'm just going to ban my Shujen. Probably lost, but it's a hard team to beat. Marius would be the one I would normally pick into it, but he picked Marius early. It's got a tough choice because he can't really stop me from going first now. He's taking that out, okay. Because I should be able to beat a Siphi. It's just going to be whether or not he's got Stone Skin. And there's a win condition, which I just basically kill everyone with Wukong. And if they've got Bolster, I kill everyone with Narcissus, right? So it's whether or not I can beat him. I took away his banner, which means that should slow him down quite a lot. I'd imagine his Arbaeus was his fastest. He's still got an aura, which is still strong. So he can still win the aura. And it's just whether or not I can cut in. I think I'm going to lose. Yeah, I'm going to lose. Our man's. Anyway. I was a gamble. If I win the speed race, I win. If I lose the speed race, I was always going to lose that. So. Oh wait, do you know what I don't think I've done? I don't think I've switched Shujen's gear. Could be wrong though. Let me see. Oh, I have. I've put her back into speed gear. Right, she should be back at 389. Yeah, that's fine. There is a counter to our man's. Affinity, Stone Skin, and Pinpoint. There's actually quite a lot of counters to our man's. If you can build a team around it, you can save yourself a lot of pain. But I've also not been playing a lot of live arena, and I need to rebuild a lot of my arena champions. So I'm a bit out of practice, so I will lose a lot. I haven't actually finished rebuilding Marius either because he still needs his speed boots back. I can't believe we still haven't fixed this problem. We still haven't fixed the fact that if I lose 3 times in gold, it breaks. I don't know how long they've been trying to fix this bug, but it's irritating as hell. It's so irritating. I don't understand how it's that difficult to fix either. Yeah, Mark, let's just say when I actually get some time and we do the arena rebuild, it might be the return of Fenax. Because Fenax got a bit of an upgrade this week. I'm sure they've tried to fix it multiple times. Well, they've actually put it in the patch notes to say they tried to fix it. They didn't, apparently. Still broken. Should have picked Marius, to be honest. It's kind of annoying. Is it? Oh. I was messing with audio for a video I was recording, so I probably left it too loud. Hang on. There you go, it should be better now. Sure, Fuse might got a 6-star soul on him, but is only good. No, I think he's good universally. He's very good when you need to use him. Oh man, I really hate it when people have this. Like, just pick your champions, please. The nice thing about Fenax is he's so simple to use. You go in, you pick a target, you block revive. It's really easy. It's so simple to use. Marius potentially could get one popped if I bring him. The only risk about Marius here is he could get one popped. Let's see if it's last minute. While we're waiting, there is a new system that I'm building out bit by bit in the optimizer. The Soul Forge collection. I need to add more filters and more sorting options, but we now have a system in which you can scan through all of the souls that you have in your Soul Forge and see which ones you've already awakened. It's very handy. I need to do it. I just need to add like sorting options. Like at the moment, it's just a bit unfilterable, but you can. There is one available. But it's very good. I need to add some default sorting. Right now, it's just sorting based on acquisition. Like you can see, I've got 2 man-eaters because I've got 2 souls. But yeah, if you ever need to clean your inventory, it's really handy. I just need to work on tidying it up and adding some more filters. So if you have any suggestions for filters you would like, you know, you can always repeat, you know, always let me know. But one of the biggest things I have a problem with half the time is situations like this, right? This is always the thing I never know. Did I already awaken my Oathbound or have I not? And there's no system in game to tell you. Like Burgoth here, I've already awoken him as a 2-star, but I've got the 1-star, but I can't remember if I ever did. And I don't want to have to keep switching screens all the time. That's what this system is for now. You can actually go in here and go, okay, let me see everything that I have got. And let's go through and see what is okay. I've got a 2-star, I can sell my 1-star. I've got a two of those, I can sell my 1-star. I've got this, I can sell my 1-star, right? Very good system. We were still waiting, we've only just come in. Alright, okay, so first things first, there's no reviver. So do you know what we're going to do? We're going to do this. Goodbye. Oh my god! How did he remove 2 debuffs? How? Resurgent literally just removed 2 debuffs. The game is terrible. Game is literally terrible. I'm losing because he's on auto. It literally put all the debuffs up, and then Resurgent basically popped off and knocked them all away. Great system. Great system. No, it took them off before a turn ever happened. It backed it up. It took them off before she ever took a turn. It removed debuff before he even took a turn. He's gonna A2 me and one-shot me probably. What blessings should Fenax have? Either Nature's Wrath or Crushing Rend. I've got a bit of problem with my Fenax. He's on Nature's Wrath at the moment, but I've 6-starred him. So now I want to switch him to Crushing Rend, but it's going to cost me 300 gems. Am I ever going to get a turn? Thank you. Block, revive this mother. You're dead. I mean, we're going to win. That's not a problem. It's just annoying. I'm waiting for stone skins as well, which is not fun. That's twice that Narcissus has been on that little that he's got someone to that little HP tonight. I'm not annoyed one bit. I mean, he's not got enough damage to kill Ancora, so... His ultimate Death Knight is doing the death of me. Go. Kill them all. Good God. This fight has taken twice as long as it needed to. Go again. Do one more, and then we're doing Hydra. I mean, I don't necessarily think it should be free, but I don't think it should cost you an extra 100 gems because you've changed divinity that has no correlation in the game. Right, that's the difference. They've got the concepts of divinity, as in like the 5 categories of library of the blessings. They do absolutely nothing in the game. They give you no bonuses. They're an organizational container that costs you 100 gems to change through. I've never quite understood why they did it, but they did. See, a lot of people don't like the fact that decapitated heads AI are avoided. But actually, I think it's... I actually think that I understand why they AI'd the system to make it prioritize living heads. Because if you prioritize decapitated heads, what ends up happening is you instantly kill them, they come back. So I kind of understand why it was done like that. The real hard truth is people should stop autoing because the game mode is not auto-friendly. Like, that's the hard truth. I know people don't want to hear it, but that's the truth. New Hydra is not auto. Anyway, I'm done. Cool. Alright, so we stopped decaying there. Got some more dailies to do, but it's fine for now. Yeah, so I am going for the thing, but I'm going to have to do a lot of grinding, probably. to get it done. So I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is, if you want to get good results in Hydra, you don't auto. That's what I'm trying to say. Is that's what the new Hydra is. I'm not trying to say that auto or not auto is correct. I'm not saying that AI should be like that because you shouldn't auto. That's not what I'm trying to say. What I'm saying is they've done it like that so that it's better for the player. It's better that you don't instantly respawn the heads because you don't have cooldowns. And if you haven't got cooldowns on auto, it's pretty bad. What I'm trying to say is I understand why the AI has been made like that, because the idea is they're trying to make sure that you don't instantly just reset the cooldown. Because imagine you kill the provoke head, right? And you just use your provoke, and you then kill the decapitated neck. Well, the provoke head comes back. You have no cooldown. You've no way to resolve that. So your auto team likely fails because it cleanses, then you get a poison cloud, then the wrath head goes and you die. That's why I think they coded that AI. Now the problem is, how if you then tell the AI to focus decapitated heads, do you then create the system where auto teams are even worse? Because right now auto teams may not necessarily get as much damage, but they won't get killed as much. That's what I'm saying is the issue, and why I was saying about manual versus auto is trying to auto in this new system is very hard. And I'm not advocating that auto shouldn't be possible. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is if you want to maximize your results, you're going to have to accept the reality that you can't auto anymore if you want good results. Because that's what they've created. It's not about me. It's not about what I think is right or wrong. I'm just trying to say to you what has happened. Now, I do think there's a big critical bug at the moment, which is that ally attacks don't prioritize consumed heads, right? Any head that has a consumed hero, they're not prioritizing ally attack. That, I think, is absolutely something they should fix. I don't know if it's simple as enough that you should be prioritizing decapitated heads. And yeah, obviously, if there's a head up that is got Serpent's Will and there's a head up that doesn't have Serpent's Will, then it shouldn't prioritize the Serpent's Will head. Those things are fine. I don't know if it's like, I don't know, based on my current experience, if it's a good idea to be making the AI target decapitated heads, because I fear how quickly those heads die and then come back. So. My team was already over 1 hour manual to 15 trains. Guess what? It's still over 1 hour manual too because lost 6% up. Yeah, I mean, that's a concern. Because the thing is, time is also subjected to animation, right? So if Hydra heads are taking more times to do the extra turn loop for suffering and other things like that, that's adding time. So you may have saved yourself turns, but not necessarily time. So. What's the chance they didn't think about the future when making the AI target the caps? I think they specifically looked at it, and I think they made the AI target living heads because of the risk that you instantly kill the AI head, the decapitated head. I think that's the case. So, you know, we're starting to see across the board a huge reduction, right? By now, this would have been 120, 130 billion. So we are seeing a reduction of damage points. My score right now, I think if I run my teams, I will be on around about 5 billion, I think. Something along the lines of this. It might be a lot more. Hey, look, Trunder's not dead, my friends. You know how they said Trunder was dead? Trunder's not dead. Yeah. Might be paired with a Taras, but the Taras is doing very little damage. Trunder's not dead. You're just going to have to time it better. This one was done before. You ignore this one was done before. But you can see the impact it's had for someone like Piznam, right? This would have been an easy... He's done 1.61 billion. His new team, 126, 48. This player is going to suffer a lot more when the new systems kick in. Pretty good score. This is a strong Nightmare score. Harima, single target damage. This is why I'm saying single target damage burst is king. Michinaki, I actually think gets dropped. I think Michinaki is a big loser in this meta. So why am I saying burst is now the best system? Well, effectively now in Hydra, you've got you have a situation where consistent killing is not good because you only have 10 million. Like at best, you have about 11 million damage on a Hydra head when it's decapitated, where before you didn't, you had a lot more. Okay. So now, for example, when I decapitate a head, there's a finite amount of damage that I can do to that head. Very, very small amount. It's often not enough to be relevant, right? It's quite bad. So what you are effectively forced to do is, if you want to optimize your damage output, you get the exposed head down quite low to like 20%. I'll show you exactly what I mean right now. You get the head down to about 20%. Okay. And what you do is okay, I don't really know why he attacked me then, but he did. Kind of strange. Or maybe I was feared. What you do is you get it low, and then what you want to do is you want to burst it right before it's about to die. Why? Because you want to get overkill. Overkill damage is king. I might actually end up dying here if I'm not careful, so I've got to be a bit careful. Let's just do that. Yeah, I gotta start again. Made a mistake. I made a mistake because I should have used Packmaster's block buffs at the start. That's better. So what you're looking to do is effectively set it up like this, right? So what you want to do is you want to set it up like this. I want to get A1 out just to get some decreased speeds. Throw that out for some Nature's Wrath boost. Whack this head. It's not even about splash damage, it's overkill damage, okay? Because what you absolutely do not want to do is trickle AoE damage. I actually think Hex has taken a massive hit now. I don't think Hex is anywhere near as valuable as it used to be. Because Hex used to be like the king of Hydra, right? You get Hex up to so much damage because of Hex. Oh, can we not? I hate this setup, this affinity right now. It's so annoying. It's not great with a 4-hitter. It's really not great with a 4-hitter. Can we stop, please? Okay, get some Hex out. Okay, let's do that once. So it won't kill. So you want to get it low, right? This is perfect. This is a perfect situation right now. Why? Because it's quite low. Now, I don't want to A3 because I will probably kill it. That would be bad. I'm pretty sure I will anyway. So I will do this over here. But I don't want that head to respawn. It probably will because I'm going to Hex it. That was awkward, right? So I'm trying to get it set up exactly how I need it to be. And you're not going to get it first time. It's going to require balancing. But essentially the goal is this, right? It's in a good position here now. I don't want to hit this until right now. Now I want to hit it. Why? Because in the situation where it is right now, it's got like 200,000 health left over. Okay? 200,000 health is all you can do to this head normally. So if I had Michinaki in the team, you'd hit it once, might hit for 400,000. I get a 200,000 overkill. But if I use someone like Teox and I hit this, I'm going to get substantial overkill because look how much more damage I'm going to do. That 200,000 just got converted to 5 million. Right? 5 million. Where with someone like Michinaki, that would have done 200,000. So the situation you're in right now is the game that you're playing is how can I maximize my overkill damage? And the only way you can maximize overkill damage is burst. Right? You need to do burst damage. which means people like Marius have gone up a lot. You'll see that Marius is performing extremely well right now, because Marius is capable of bursting with enemy max HP. Other enemy max HPs will not do as well as Marius. And the reason why is because Marius, other enemy max HPs are not going to be able to burst enough, because they're still limited by max HP, right? Grizzle is only going to do 20% of the boss's HP, effectively, because it's doubled up. Whereas Marius could do like 30 plus Slayers. So this is why when everyone was telling me, oh, Teox teams are dead, I actually think Teox has gone up in value right now. I think Teox is stronger. I'm just going to do this a second. I want to see. Like, ally attack this, fine, because there's nothing else I can do. I might as well try and breach it. Because Teox is basically the avenue to the highest single target burst you can have in this game. There is no other stronger burst in the game. Extend all these. There's no mischief heads, it's fine. Got to deal with a bit of burn problems here, but it's not really a major issue. Because we're just going to pick this head over here, kill it off. Just whack this. Because what they didn't do, they didn't at all affect the ability for... They didn't basically mess with the stats of the boss. So the boss is going to take as much damage as it was before. The difference is now you're limited on time and you're limited by the Serpent's Will. So essentially, all you got to do is find the best way to do it. Now, this team is basically perfectly set up, in my opinion, for the new meta. Why? Because we've got a good amount of trickle damage. I'll trickle it down a bit, but I'm not going to hit it too much. I'm going to do this, get it going. I'm going to hit this head over here. So this is why I was saying it matters, right? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to avoid hitting this head too quickly, because I want to maximize damage, which means I need to get more debuffs. Okay, I need to get more debuffs right now. Get rid of fear. Ideally, I want to get Master Hex out there for Packmaster, but I didn't get it, which is a bit annoying. That fear is going to be annoying. Let's get rid of that. Let's just get rid of this Torment head. See how I'm trickling it down bit by bit? I'm building up. I'm building up my burst. Okay, now I'm going to set it up. Big hit. Hopefully I get Packmaster's Hex. I do. This is perfect, right? Why? Because I've maximized damage. Okay, this will hit really hard. Okay, I'll trickle it a bit more. Not a problem. Every little bit of damage I do is great. This is now where it matters, okay? Like I said before, this head, right now, if I check the stats... and I go Hydra, and I go whatever rotation, doesn't really matter, Brutal, the head of Blight has 2.5 million health. So on an exposed neck, it'll have 5 million minimum. Most players will only get 5 million. When I use Teox's A1 here, which is backed up by Packmaster's bonus, which has got 10 debuffs, so he's getting 100% damage bonus, on top of 30% damage bonus from increased crit damage from Quintus. If I had Feral available on Riho, this would be 30% more damage. If I put protection on Padraig, which I haven't done yet, that would be more damage bonus, right? Because he'll put 1 buff plus continuous heal buffs. All of those things stack up, and then I hit it, and I go, okay, 2.2, 2.5. That's enough to remove the neck. And then I did 4 1.5 millions. This is the meta. This is how you play Hydra now. It is find a team that can burst single target heads, and that is the team you would use. Okay? Bursting is key. It is no longer a DPS race. Okay? People like Garrel, champions like Garrel, dead, in my opinion. Not good. Garrel is not good. Why? Because Garrel is all about consistent damage. Consistent DPS is bad. It weakens you. Okay, look, we've got this setup here again. What am I going to do? I'm going to hopefully get Packmaster's Hex. Didn't get it. It's not a problem. I'm going to slow it down. I'm going to hit this with Teox again. Why? Because it's nearly dead. If I do that, it's risky, so I'm going to do it on this head here. Right. Maximum burst. I just got myself an extra probably 3 million damage. So yes, my damage will be lower. Why? Because effectively I have to wait out Serpent's Will. I've got less turns. And there's always a risk now whenever I run the team, because I am obviously running a much more glass cannon team, in the sense that I'm running a team that doesn't have block buffs. Well, it does. This one's pretty stable. There's always a risk. I have no reviver that I just die. Okay, there's always a risk. Like, I'd like to soften that up a bit more, but it's still worth it because I'm still going to get 3 or 4 million overkill. I need to be careful because it's got a hex, so I'm going to put provoke back out. I want him to Hydra. Block buffs. Good timing. And then we, again, look, overkill. Not as good this time because we didn't have as many debuffs. But to me, this is the meta, okay? Overkill, single target burst. Find a team with a lot of single target burst and absolutely smash heads. Anything that's consistent AoE damage, not good. Anything that is like hex-based, not good. Anything that will potentially ruin your efficiency at getting overkill, also not good. Right? That is the meta. It's a... honestly, it's a pretty crappy meta. And the reason why I say it's a crappy meta is... you are in this rat race of trying to optimize it. If you really want to get good success, you have to manual. Because you're never going to be able to time it properly otherwise. But this is the way, like, I mean, look at this. I'm not brutal. I'm at 100 million on brutal with 19 turns. A lot of people will not have this much success. Like, I'll do this to soften it up because I need to. I want to get it low, right? So I'm basically attacking it to try and get it low. I'm happy to attack it. No, I'm not happy to attack it right now. I'm going to wait. I'm going to pick something else. I'm going to pick this head. Why? Because I know Hex will do more damage and I want to maximize my overkill. Ideally, if I can kill this head before I get a turn, that would be great. Because I'll reset turn meters. Let's just do that again. So I'm going to try and kill the Mischief head first. It's going to be really annoying. Okay, great. Reset turn meter. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to hit this head still. Okay, I'm actually in a bit of spot of bother. Healed up nicely. Let's just heal everyone up. Now what I want to do is I want to try and get Packmaster's Hex. Don't know if I got it. Heal. Now I'm going to go for it. Okay, set it up. Overkill damage. Boom, 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 boom. Thor's not bad, but the problem with Thor, and the problem that Thor has always had, is how do you ensure... Oh, that's going to be close. We're okay. Just going to do that for an extra buff. I got to be careful here. No damage. So what I'm doing now, for example, is I'm hitting the Head of Mischief. Why? Because I don't actually... the Head of Suffering has got Serpent's Will. I don't want to trigger Hex damage. Until now. Look how crazy efficient this is going to be. The Head of Mischief has no hit health. For every other person right now, if Mitch and Arky had attacked that head, would have gone. I'm going to be able to get... 1, 2, 3. Let's see how much more. So after this. 10 million damage when the head had 50k health. So this is the meta. The thing with Thor that's going to be difficult is Thor will be fine except for when Thor doesn't land his A2 on the right head. Okay? That will be the issue with Thor. I might kill that head back because of Hex. No, I'm fine. If I just do that. Teox gets a turn. Another one, look. Full damage. Teox, in my opinion, might well be the #1 Hydra champion. Because of this ability to do this. It's too good. It's too strong a strategy. You just pick a head, absolutely whack it. It's always a risk I fail, though, because Wrath Head is still a big risk. Another one. Oh, we're in a good balance right now. Oh, look how much damage this is doing. It's crazy. Just literally wrecking heads. We need to do that to make sure block buffs is gone. Now we need to kill the suffering, the head over here. And the nice thing about Teox as well is your damage is so high that any head that you need to control, apart from this situation right now, which is going to ruin me, whereas normally I would have been able to kill that head straight away, you can kill it, the heads, very, very quickly. This is a bit of a bad situation, but I can provoke, thankfully. Do that to set up mischief if I need to. I'm probably going to get popped a bit here, so we just need to make sure we don't take too much damage. So I'm going to hit this head on the right, try and trickle over some Hex. Okay, this will... I'm going to do this. Oh, that's what you got to watch out for. See, the Wrath Head is still the biggest threat to this team. And if you don't have... I'm just going to kill the Wrath Head to get rid of it. If you don't have, like, a Reviver, you always run the risk you just get one popped. So I'm just going to do that to get continuous heal out. Ooh. Welcome to HH. Message retracted, eh? Wonder what that means. Pop this. I've got to be careful. It's absolutely fine for me to hit this head on here. He's not got Hex on him, so... Damn, we didn't get Packmaster's Hex. But what do? Go in, burst it. Burst damage. 1, 2. Everything over that one is always bonus damage. So. Hey, look, we got our first consumption. Packmaster got decreased defense. Pop a little bit of damage over there. I will say the consumption value has gone a bit stupid. It doubles every single time at 2 turns. That is, to me, a bit stupid. Need Hex. Here. And go again. Didn't get increased attack because obviously he was consumed, but... Oh, he has got increased attack. Excellent. I need to be careful when I do that. Here we clap them. Block buffs. Target that head. So. Think about pairing Thor with Whisper. Is that a good idea? Yes and no. Storm Whisper, good idea. I mean, it depends. Like, Thor, I think, will be fine because, you know, a lot of people are saying, oh, decreased speed is no longer valuable. Decreased speed is actually still valuable. And the reason why I say it's valuable is you are able to... It's still valuable because you still want to be able to control a little bit of the fight. When the heads are alive and they've got Serpent's Will, you don't want them to be rushing to their turn. We're just going to do this quickly. Boom, boom. Everything is pure profit here. 4 million pure damage profit. So, Krisk needs rebuilding. I actually just got 6-star Krisk Soul. So Krisk is in need of a rebuild now. Because his gear is going to be better because he's 6-star. He wasn't 6-star before. I think I still need to get another like thing. I don't know if I've got enough here. I'm going to A3, A2 because I feel like if I do anything else, I'll kill the head and I don't want to do that. We'll hit this head. Okay, I should have A3'd, but it's not the end of the world. Okay, the hex is a problem. I might be alright. Yeah, I am. Nice. So again, we got the head near enough dead. What do? We A1 it, and we get maximum damage. So, what blessings bet on Tashiro, Wrath, or Rend? Rend for Tashiro, because he has no ignore defense, right? Or he does, but it's very, very small. It depends. You do the math. If you can get to 100% without Rend, then fine. Otherwise, no. Rend is always going to win. Wrath is different with Trend. Like, Wrath only works if you can get to, like, billions of damage, like insane amounts. I want to get a provoke to stop the life barrier. I really hate the consumption. Like I said, the consumption values now double every single time on a consumption. So every 2 turns, once you get to 2 turns, the consumption amount doubles every single time. Yeah, I've just got a fall playlist on. I was rushing today, so you'll have to forgive me. It has gone a bit banjo-y, I'm not going to lie. We'll skip that one. Let's get a protection on him because he's got a heal reduction. Get rid of that. Lovely. I need to get rid of heal reduction, though, pretty quickly. Put that. Okay, never mind. We've not really been able to get Packmaster going today. That's the only downside. Let's get rid of the Torment Head. Like, normally Packmaster would be applying Hex. That would give us more. Hey, Chloe. His heal reduction gone. Decrease speed. I kind of want to just knock down this guy. Like there, I really want to get Hex now. There we go. Now we're good. So I'm going to clap them a bit, which is great. Let's go for it. It's a bit of a waste, but I could have got more damage, but it'll be fine. Do it over here, though. Debuff it up. Boom. Provoke. Don't get any nastiness. Packmaster, I need you to get Hex. You didn't. That's kind of annoying. I don't want to hit that right now. So here's the thing. I don't want this to die just yet. So I'm going to not do any Hex damage so that I avoid it. So at times you just like, you kind of opt in sometimes. Wow, she totally 3%ed a lot of that. I really want to cleanse here, but I can't. So we're going to do that. We will hit this head. I'm going to do that to extend everything. Okay, now I'm going to do it. Because we've got enough debuffs now. So this is the only reason why I've got Hex in this team, honestly, is because of Packmaster. Really, I'm debating whether I just get rid of Krisk's Hex. We're going to know by the end of this how much damage Krisk has done, because Krisk is not in a damage build. This is a really good assessment of how valuable Hex is going forward, because if Krisk's damage is nothing, then Hex is not worth building. Because that's the big question I have right now is Hex just dead? Is Hex just a useless debuff now for Hydra because it just is not... My fear is it costs you damage because you kill the heads too gradually. If we're saying that the philosophy, the fundamental goal of meta of Hydra right now is to do lots of burst damage, then that would tell me, like here now, for example, right? This is actually poor usage of my time, because if this happens, I've only really got a few extra. I could have spent more time killing that head, especially the Suffering Head, right? The Suffering Head, more than any, you can spend more time hitting and gradually getting lower. Because it's slow. You could put decreased speed on it. It could take as long as you need. I'm going to hit this head here. Because apparently we don't have Provoke right now. That's not great. Alright, we've got Hex on this head. I actually want to kill this head right now. Because I need that. Oh man, come on, kill a head. Thank you. I needed to reduce turn meters. So I can do that. You resisted again. Are you serious? Okay, we can do this. Won't kill it. Packmaster's A2. Okay. We won't kill it. Oh, perfect. Absolute perfection that was. Now we can go in here, smash it for big damage. We didn't have increased attack, which sucks, but there we go. I want to kill this head because I don't want it to cleanse. Decapitate. A3. We've got Fear Head to deal with, but that's not normally a problem. I do need to get Hex over here. Nice. Just do that. We're going to hit this head here because I'm not going to get debuffs in time. How do you free a champion if eaten by mischief without Hex? AoE. What I'm trying to say about Hex being useless is from a damage perspective, right? That's what I'm trying to say is utility-wise is the damage of Hex is gone. So I don't know if Hex is worth it. There's ways to get around the Mischief Head problem. But that is a factor as well, for sure. We need block buffs up here. So I'm going to trickle this head down bit by bit. Not ready to use it over there. Will I get round to it? Probably. So I'm going to actually not do any damage right now. Yeah, it's going to be toxic for a while, I think. There's not much we can do about it. If I A1, I'm going to probably kill that head. If I don't kill it, I'm wasting damage, I think. Yeah, I'm going to do it. Oh, nice. Actually, it's not going to kill it. Good. Right, so we're going to set up a new head here, which is going to be the Wrath Head. So I want decreased attack. That should hopefully boost my turn meter. That fear is really not great. And I don't have a boost for it, which sucks. So we might end up wasting some damage here. Don't fear. Oh, come on. We're gonna waste our first decapitated head here. So this head's gonna spawn and we're not in a great position because we can probably do it. It's not too bad. It's the first decapitated head I've had to waste because of fear kind of ruined us. I want to kill this head over here now. Wrath is always the scariest, so we kind of prioritize and kill the Wrath head as quickly as we can. Because it's the one that can kill me. Especially this rotation, which is negative affinity for Teox. So we just kill this head off. Lovely. So you can see, like, my Teox team will not do the 1.9 billion it did before. But in terms of, like, the overall scheme of damage, we're at nearly 300 million. I think it's probably going to be the stronger... like, probably the stronger version of what you can do, right? It's probably on the strong end. Right now, I want to just kill off the Torment Head. I don't want to deal with any fears anymore. It's mainly because you can kill the heads really, really quickly as well, which helps. Because some of the biggest challenges you have is dealing with the respawned heads. So once you do get that suffering head moment, you need to defeat them. Right, and I think in this situation, it just gives you the highest velocity damage. Well, we double weak hit there. That's really bad. Got unfortunate, but so like if we trend on this right now, so someone do some quick maths for me. What's the average? What's the average damage you're doing? How many turns? Sorry, what's the average turns you're taking at 1,000 now? Boss turn count. Because this is what's difficult to know is how many turns have I got left? Because right now, if I use this estimate, around 300 million at turn 57. Now, normally it'd be about 200, 250. You'd start getting the warning come up, which is obviously not going to be the case now. Because it's a third less. So if we don't get the warning until 175, or well, not so much that, maybe 100. Maybe we get the warning at 100. Well, that's still like 600 million right now for me. And because I've got the highest burst you can possibly get in this game, which is Theox with an ally attack, I'm not too stressed. I'm not too stressed about consumption timers, right? The consumption growing and growing and growing. I'm less concerned about that. Why? Because I've got burst. We need to do that to get rid of block burps. I think that was a mistake. I don't think it can do as much damage. I think it's all right, actually. Or it may not have been. I made a mistake. See, I was overconfident. I should have held that one. That was a mistake. Hey, Noda. I want to kill the mischief head now. I do need to kill a wrath head as well, but we'll deal with that later on. Fear head is also a problem. This is kind of an awkward series of heads right now. Just burst. Chris, I just want you to A1 right now. That. I need to focus a second. There's like 4 threats up at the moment. I'm trying to deal with all of them. I think I might just have to try and... I don't want to attack or weaken out right now. Right, let's get rid of that. I don't want to attack or weaken. Let's get rid of this Torment head because he's a big threat. Okay, no more fears. That's nice. Okay, there's a reflect damage out right now, which is a bit of a problem. I think I've just lost. I think I've just lost because I have to attack him and I'm going to kill my team. I've just lost. I made a mistake. It's because they're not built properly. I need to redo the build so that it's resistance checking. He needs more resistance and Chris needs more resistance. I just need to rebuild is all. It's just fine. But it's a good sample, right? So we're at 63. We'll have a look. End the battle. I'm not going to keep the key because it can go a lot more. But this just kind of shows you. What I wanted to look at is Chris. So Hex is actually still doing some work. It's actually still useful. Because he's getting 46 million, right? So it's doing some work. Against the context of Quintus Theox, which is... 240 or 230 million, it's still worth. So, no, I'm not going to keep this. I'm not going to keep this, no. Because this can do, I think this can do 1 billion damage. I'm pretty confident. Can I do 1 billion? What, CB 60 turns? Say I get to 175. Let's just say that we end at 170 turns. If I was at 60 turns, right? So the way to do it is you go, okay, 300 million divided by 60. Right now I'm doing about 5 million per turn. If I can get to 170, that's 850 million. So anywhere, I think it's easily above 700 million. It just depends on how the turns come in to throw. And keep in mind, this needs optimization. I need to get Padraig into protection set. I need to get Riho into feral set. I need to rebuild Krisk and Shayak in the right ways so that they have the right resistance numbers. When I finish all those chains, and I get Quintus up to 4-star for more single target burst, I get Teox up to 4-star for more single target burst, this easily becomes a 1 billion team. Easily. Easily a 1 billion team. Why? And it's all because of single target burst. So now the only other thing I wanted to think about is I think this team shouldn't have Quintus and Mikage. That's what I think. I think this meta of single target burst, Michinaki. I think single target burst means now that people like Michinaki are out. Not valuable. Not worth. It's all about the hardest single target damage dealer. So you know who I'd pick here? Over Quintus? That. Stronger single target damage burn. I think he's stronger than Michinaki. Might even be stronger than Quintus right now, to be honest. Yeah, he's fully decked out now. He's on a rebuild list. But the only problem is, Fenax, what I should do is switch him off this and put him over to Crushing Rend, but it cost me 300 gems. 300 damn gems. That's why he's not in Rend right now, because I'm like, I can't bring myself to spend it. And it's annoying because it's like, if it was in the same divinity, it would be only 200 gems. I'm like, it's got 100 gem tax just for the sake of it. But I also want to double check the math, because whilst he doesn't have any ignore defense in his kit, right? I want to double check that actually it doesn't, like it, because this single target damage is so high, is it worth it over 30% Wrath? So I need to do the math on that. Is Wrath actually better than Ren? I don't think it is, but I want to double check. So, but that's an option. Now, what do we need to replace? If we replace Mikage, and the only reason why I'm saying we replace Mikage is I feel like she's doubling up a lot with Airstrid. Right? They're kind of doing the same thing in the sense that, okay, I lose the ally attack, but increased attack, increased crit damage, you know, she's got increased speed, increased attack. They're kind of doubling up. Is there a better combination? That's what I want to know. We're still using max HP damage to sever heads. The first, I'll go with Nukas. I think the only really, really good max HP Nuka is Marius. He's the one that's benefited the most because he's burst, right? He's burst because he can do it in 3 hits. So he's good. So the question really becomes, okay, what do I lose? Well, if I lose Michinaki, I do lose Hex, but I've got Hex on Airstrid. Not really a problem. I don't really think that's a big deal. I do lose decreased defense and decreased attack. And I lose HP burn, not a problem so far in. So I'm losing decreased defense and decreased attack, essentially. So that's something I would need to replace, is decreased defense and decreased attack. If I get rid of Mikage, I'm losing a extra increased attack and ally attack, and a buff reducer and a buff extender. So we could look at for increased buff duration. What options have we got here? So we could bring Giath. The only problem with Giath is reflect damage. I really don't want to introduce reflect damage into the team. That's just asking for trouble. It really is. It's just asking for a big problem. So I don't want to really bring that into it. We've still got Freya. Freya could be a great option. She doesn't do decreased defense, but a good support. I don't know if she fits in this team, but it could be a good option. This team doesn't really have block buffs because it doesn't need it, because it's got a reviver. Sulfurion, in my opinion, is now by far the best support Hydra champion for auto teams. If you really want to auto efficiently, you want a Sulfurion. He would be your first pick because he stabilizes every auto problem that you have in the game. He's really good for just stabilizing those things. Because he makes it so that if anything does go wrong, you instantly get it. You don't have to deal with poison cloud issues. He's so good for the current meta, I think. Like, we don't necessarily need buff duration extension, to be honest. Things would run pretty efficiently. It would be nice to have debuff duration, like the ability to reduce it, because whilst Maris can reduce it, it's always nice to have a second form to get rid of some reflects. The other option is we still need a decreased defense, probably. And I would suggest a decreased attack. Right? We still need that, ideally. Which is hard to find, really. There's not actually that many champions that do provide it. Wait, doesn't Airstrid do decreased attack? Or she does decreased speed? He doesn't do decreased attack. So Furrin doesn't do decreased attack. He will do, like, I mean, he does do block buffs in a very slim way, which is kind of good. You don't generally want him AoEing. You kind of want him always A1ing. If I'm being honest, you never really want him doing anything other than A1. I don't know. I'm not sure, basically. Like, to be honest, there's not an awful lot of value in decreased defense because this dude is already ignoring as much ignore defense as he can. He's doing ignore defense. He'll do ignore defense. These guys don't do damage through defense anyway. So, honestly, the value of decreased defense is already quite low. Right? Because he's already reducing cruelty and he's already at, you know, he's already going to hit his HP cap pretty much most of the time with his build. So it's not like decreased defense is like essential. Decreased attack is probably more essential. Right? And Michinaki was 1 DPS, so what we're looking to do is replace those DPSs. So Fenax would be the replacement for Michinaki as the DPS slot. And then the last spot is more for support. What do you bring for that? And it may be that Mikage stays. Maybe Mikage is just a nice fit. Right? Because she does give backup support. She gives a lot of ally attack, even if her AI doesn't work. Like, she does give a good chance to, like, burst ahead if we need to. Which will be important this team. This team has less single target burst. In the sense that they're all conditioned on A2 from Shamael, A3 from Marius, and then Michinaki was not bursting at all. His burst will be strong, his A1. We have weaken because we have it with her, right? So we got decreased speed and weaken. Airstride is going increase attack, increase speed, decrease speed, and weaken, right? So she's covering a lot of the bases. So no, I don't need another I don't need another DPS. Honestly, it's fine. Krisk's in the other team, right? Krisk has to go with Teox because it gives the Lizardman bonus. That's why I haven't talked about Krisk at all, because Krisk will be in that other team to give that bonus. Over. I mean, we could absolutely throw in Stag Knight and do an epic run. Nightmare Hydra with Stag Knight would be hilarious. Would be quite funny. I wouldn't do it, though. I mean, it depends where Freya fits in. Like, Freya's a pretty good utility support. She would give a shield. She would give counterattack. She would give increased defense, which we don't really need. you know, that's a consideration. Like, I am waiting. Freya's probably going to be summoned during the CBC. So, I'll be pulling Freya out in CBC. So we get block buffs, turn meter fail, increased defense, shield. I mean, I don't really feel like she fits that team at all. She would fit more the Nightmare team, the Brutal team. And I mean, maybe I bring the Brutal team up to Nightmare. That's always a consideration as well. Right, we got these 3 combos right now. I could bring this up to Nightmare. Potentially. Sub out some security, like basically sub out some people to make it safer. But I feel like it's just such a very good Brutal team. So therefore, it's just a case of how do we find the balance here. It doesn't need a reviver, which is nice. I'm planning on using them in Finite Hard as well, probably for speed team. I'm going to explore it. Should I just go for Savage Call and Phoenix? Yeah, ignore defense, 100%. I mean, I don't think this team needs it, if I'm being honest. Because both of these guys are already pretty stacked up ignore defense. Like, right now, like, if I check this team, like, this guy is going to have all these stats from Hydra. He's got 20% aura bonus. Like, if I look at this right now and I go to Hydra and I say, okay, what have I got? So I got 20% base plus 30% from Slayer. So he's already at half, 50%, and he's got 429% crit damage. Shamael is at true damage most of the time, because he's either proccing this or proccing Rend on that one, so he doesn't need it. Sulfurion is damage on HP burn, not anything else. Aestra's damage is okay, but it's nothing special. So the decreased defense is not essential. The decreased attack is more essential, because if Wrathhead pops out and there's no decreased attack, I will get wrecked. Right, I will get absolutely wrecked. Why am I ditching? Because I feel like they're costing me damage. Not so much Mikage, I feel like Michinaki's costing me damage. And Mikage doesn't work without Michinaki then, because the reason why you have Mikage is the A1 more than anything else. And I feel like Michinaki is actually costing me damage because he's killing the heads too regularly, where I want to kill the heads more burst. Which means what I'm looking for is more raw single target damage. That's what I'm looking for effectively. Which of these champions is capable of delivering a bigger upfront hit? Ninja could do Ninja. I don't really think like Ninja works well in the team though, but we could do Ninja. That would give decreased defense. We wouldn't have decreased attack, and I feel like decreased attack is worth more. And likewise, I don't think Newt is very good either, because I've got Marius. I want Marius's AoE burst. I don't want single target burst for there. Slightly different. So it's just about trying to figure out the balance a little bit. Like, who fits the best in the team? That's kind of what I'm assuming. I feel like those two spots are kind of free. Right, I feel like those two spots are kind of free. Now, Val would be an interesting... The other alternatives, I don't run Fenax, I run Val. Val would be the interesting one, because we get a backup weaken, another AoE decrease, decrease attack, and he scales really hard. So Val could be the Fenax, potentially. Which means then all we need to do is kind of like, okay, well, we don't need decreased attack now. What do we put for that last spot? Right? We could bring someone with increased crit damage. right? It could be anyone with increased crit damage. Not an awful lot of good options there, I'll be honest. So then you go, okay, well, if we can't get increased crit damage, can we get someone who buffs a lot? Like heavy buffer. So can we get someone that does maybe continuous heals with like increased accuracy? Okay, he's locked. What about increased resistance? Oella will not do it. What about block debuffs? Could throw a Duchess in there. But strengthen. What about... I really don't like bringing ally attack because I feel like it's a risky death. What about increased speed? Because like what we're looking for is basically someone that can stack up a lot of buffs. Because if you can get buffs, that's an interesting option for protection set. Like, I don't really think we got another viable ally attacker. Because Pedryg is already locked out. Mikage is already locked out. I mean, we could drop Pedryg for Mikage on the Brutal team and bring Pedryg up to the Nightmare team, because Pedryg would give us more buffs. Although he's always going to be competing with everyone else, right? Because Marius gives increased defense. It's not really ideal. There's also Farrakhan, but not really great. Elva's not a bad one. I don't have Senna, unfortunately. Alatrian is an interesting option. Like, Alatrian is an interesting option purely because he stabilizes teams. Because the shield. But he is kind of like fighting Sulfurion. I don't really feel like he benefits because, like, let's look at what buffs we've got. Marius is going to give increased accuracy and increased defense permanently all the time. She's going to be giving increased speed, increased attack. So there's 4 buffs. And then he's going to be giving shield pretty much all the time. So really, what do we got? We haven't got a critical damage, continuous heals. Those things are possible options. Right? We got continuous heals, increased crit rate, increased crit damage, increased resistance is an option. Reflect could be used, but I feel like Reflect is always a very, very risky deal here. It's a risky deal. Like, Giath is an interesting option because she is like a hybrid build in the sense that she's going to pump out decreased crit rate and crit damage and reflect, and she's going to have ally protection, and she's going to put a lot of buffs. She could be an interesting mischief tank because she does do increased resistance and strengthen on herself, and she places AoE reflect damage and ally protect. But again, what do we not want to do? Don't want to reflect too much damage. Now, reflect damage is probably okay because you're not going to reflect that much damage. Right, it's not going to reflect that much damage, but I just don't think she's the right fit for this one because I feel like she's going to pump too much incidental damage out. I think it's too much of a risk. Yeah, boss is not bad for him. I mean, he's pretty flexible because it just depends on how you use him for, right? I mean, you could absolutely go for like a Vergis in protection set, just pump some buffs out on single targets, which is quite hilarious, but I wouldn't do it. It would be pretty poor. So yeah, that's what I'm looking for. I'm just looking for someone with buff volume right now. Someone who's capable of pumping out significant amounts of buffs. But it's also got to be like buffs that people don't have. That's the challenge because I've already got like, you know, it could literally be Oella, because she will put out continuous heals regularly. And it's a turn meter fill to give us more agency. And it's a good heal. So, and a buff extender. And maybe Oella is a good substitution here for thing. What do we lose? We lose increase attack, backup, increase crit damage. And we also lose ally attack. But we gain a little bit more safety. Could work. The question is, do I need more safety or do I just stick with Mikage? I could literally just go this, and I could just go that. And it's probably okay. It's a bit more glass cannon than Oella. But it's probably okay. Yeah, Glidecad's really... I think Glidecad's value has gone up in stock. But I think Val might be better than Michinaki here. And the reason why I say that is because I feel like he can burst harder than Michinaki. This hits harder than Michinaki, and it also gives me a backup weaken on a different affinity. I mean, I don't have decreased defense in this team. That's the only downside. I would be literally saying I never need decreased defense again. So the other alternative is I look, instead of that, bring someone who's got decreased defense to the team. I don't think I can get away with running 4 DPS in this team. I feel like that's too much of a stretch. I feel like that's asking for trouble if I try to put Fenax in here. No, the thing about Tumacia, she's she's basically fighting Sulfurin. You know, she does hit stupidly hard with the A3, which might be interesting. I do have her at the moment built incredibly fast for that, so she would be in a strong build because she's built at the moment for the event dungeon. But she's not exactly built for damage, but she is in a good build. But her A2 would be fighting her A2 would kind of be fighting Sulfurin. But I mean, I could just disable the A2 and A1, A3. That's also fine. Because this hits hard. So, you know, this hits really, really hard. No, I mean... Yeah, Rathalos could be. Single target decreased defense. We could use him with the A3. Rathalos could be it. Bring back the Rathalos. Strong burst. Yeah, Rathalos could be it. Again, though, I don't know if I can support 2 damage dealers. That would be the thing. That's the thing I don't think can happen. I don't think Sulfurin is strong enough to do it on his own. Then again, Mikage is not exactly strong in terms of defensiveness. She brings no defensive to it. So maybe we can literally just go full glass cannon nightmare. I mean, I think these guys have got gear. Let's have a little look, see if he just died. He's got gear. I mean, it needs a bit of a checking because I've messed around with it, but it's a bit slow, but it's still strong. Like, he's in his proper build. We've got Val is probably naked, though. I think Val lost all his gear. Yeah, Val lost a bit of his gear, but that's fine. We could probably find something to finish him. He needs 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 pieces of Merciless. So he needs 2 Merciless pieces. Give him that one. What is he at now? And then we just need a lot of, like, 20% crit rate. Yeah, 20% crit rate. Just a large amount of crit rate. You might be wondering, why is he wearing a 5-star defense chest? I've wondered this myself. But the optimizer tells me it's a really good piece, so... Well, I mean, we have that. How much does he need? He needs 19%. So it's one of these two. Because these are too high. This one is better. I can't afford to lose too much. How much can I lose? I can lose 8% actually. I can lose quite a lot. I can't lose 20%. That sucks, because that would have been great. Can I somehow find attack percent on the boots? I should use the optimizer for this, really, but... Wow, he's actually got a really strong shield already. I mean, if I can find... Let's do that a second. If I can find, say, a decent Slayer piece, then that might do it. Are we feeling lucky? I know the accuracy's low at the moment. We'll figure that one out in a minute. Doesn't need to be too high, remember, because he's going to have Marius. It's not bad. Right, he'll have Marius. That will help him. There is a Garrel. We could rip more gear off Garrel. We've been doing it all the time. I think this one's already reworked, so I can't use that one. We can try our luck. Okay, well that didn't quite go well. That one's even worse, so that one's already been reworked. Probably not going to use that. That was already reworked. I don't want to make him go slower. That would cost me 18% crit damage, though. I mean, we can see... No, I use it for... I use it for a lot of wave clear stuff. That's worth it. Crit damage. Yes. Accuracy. Okay, well. Still good, though. We get a bit of accuracy on it at the 6-star. Lovely. Then we ascend for crit damage. Okay, well, that's fine. So we can do this. It's going to affect our accuracy a little bit, but it's fine. We can work on this. Give it a Brute Chaos Powder for crit damage. Okay, well, that sucks. Okay, so... He's not in a particularly crazy banner. So, how much do we need? On Nightmare, we need how much accuracy? Yeah, I know. It's because I'm about to end the stream anyway, but it's fine. Not everyone watches the stream live. I need like 340. So like maybe 400. Plus that, plus a bit of Hydra bonuses. We haven't glyphed this yet. If this could be accuracy. Problem solved. That could be speed as well. $250 is enough. $250 is enough. It'll give us 375. That'll be enough. And I haven't optimized this at all. Look, no speed. I could 5-star that. Not optimized. Actually, it's a really terrible ring. Let's see how long it lasts. Let's do that. Max HP here. On the bright side, we are going to absolutely annihilate heads with this, because I'm just going to be killing head. Look at it. Look at it. I'm like, they can't even take a turn before I've just one-shot them. I made a mistake there. I should have A1. So my only concern is how stable is it? Because Mikage and that were decreased defense, were defense based. You know, this is natural. We get this with reflect, it's not a problem. Revive, burn. Dude on the right is annoying me right now, but it's nothing I can really do. I don't know, even though we got block debuffs from, yeah, being killed. There's your single target burst. I don't actually want to A2 right now, because I want a single target burst the head. I mean, I don't think it... I think Sulfurin's gonna hard carry it, I'll be honest. I actually think Sulfurin is just going to hard carry it. Because he's just so damn strong. Increase attack, decrease speeds. We wasted some damage there, but that's always fine early on because we're just building. How strong Sulfurin is. He's literally supporting in Nightmare a team with 4 DPS glass cannons. The dude's like a monster. He's just anchoring the whole team. Okay, well, he died. That's what happens when you have too much reflect, I guess. Oh, that was a bit annoying. Bit annoying right now because there is a risk with this team that I get a bad rotation. I should have revived there. I don't know why I didn't. Like, this situation here can be problematic. Alright, we're no more reflect. But even then, look, Poison Cloud, not a problem. Again, I should have revived. Why am I not reviving? I'm an idiot right now. Why am I not reviving? Revive. Burn again. Lord above. Now, only having 1 Hex is a bit of a problem, of course, because Mischief. Where before we had Michinaki doing an extra Hex, we only have Mikage. So, Airstrid. So, you know, that is going to be a bit of a risk. which might require us to consider. But we do have a lot of AoE bursts, so that's something. Like this, the damage is slowed down here because we had a bad setup with the head. Right, and we had a full cleanse, so they were able to take a lot of turns. So I'm trying to kill the Mischief Head, but I can't get to him at the moment. Alright, burn. Because she's basically failed her Hex like 3 times in a row, which is fun. Oh man, I have so many poisons on me. Do I rate Garl? Yeah, she's still a really, really strong single target nuker. She's just not great for these areas anymore. My champions are not fully maxed here, right? We're just sampling the damage a little bit. I'll probably run into like boss turn, you know, whatever. I would love, if it's feasibly possible, for good old her to land a Hex on the head that's actually causing me a problem right now. Pump some damage. Burn. There we go. I could probably just A3. I can let him use A3, to be honest. I shouldn't, because I should let him use his head. This is dream territory now for Marius. This is where Marius really excels, because we've just boosted all this. I took the wrong target. Who do I want to kill first? Probably you. Boost. Boost. I kind of want to pump some damage into you. Oh, I shouldn't have done that. There's too much damage. Burn. Overkill. Max HP. See how much the damage just suddenly ramped up now that I had a bit of... I got rid of the bad setup. We just literally added like 40 million in no time. Let's hack that. Boom. Hey look, another enemy max HP. Oh, 2 Slayer procs there. Let's go there. Boom. Boom. Burn. Kill the Mischief Head. Boom. Please kill the Mischief Head. Please kill the Mischief Head. Can we kill the Mischief Head? No, apparently not. AoE max HP. Okay, no. Enemy max HP. Got to time it now. What's the better piece? 9-piece Merc or Slayer? Probably Merciless, because you need to use his active abilities to get him rolling. So he gets value out of the resetting. And also Merciless has more basic no defense, so... Hey look, more enemy max HP. Oh, Slayer just went nuts at the end. It's actually not optimal. Let's kill this head. Boom. Let's kill that head. It's dead. Woohoo. We also have decreased resistance. I forgot to mention this, even though we also have decreased resistance as well. So it should help if I don't have enough accuracy. Hey, look. Enemy max HP. Let's go again. Marius is disgusting now. He really is. Boom. So you can see it's harder to make the stability with this team for damage without Teox. Teox allows you to control it better. My brutal team is much more controlled in the manner in which it does these things. Really hate affinity in this game. And I've also put accuracy on Shamael. So Shamael is capable of removing buffs. But we absolutely need to be able to hit that head on the right. We have absolutely not landed decreased speed. So there's a balance, right? You don't want to take away so much consistent DPS that you never kill heads. Because if you do that, you actually have a problem as well where you're leaving damage on the table, which you never want to do. And this is gonna be bad, right? This is what I would think is the only position I can fail. When there's a cleanse head with a suffering head, and I have to deal with wrath as well, right? This is the one situation I think is dangerous. If it all kind of goes wrong. Because I got provokes I got to deal with. I've got no cleanses. It's going to delay my reshielding. I could lose. But you can see, like, Shamael is able to remove a lot of those buffs. But this is going to be dangerous. This is an interesting test. This might just wipe. But I at least have increased defense up, so there's something. Oh. Oh, see what I mean? It's horrible. I'm going to have to A2 then shield. And it's because of the provoke, basically. I'd like a turn. I'd like a turn. Shamael, stop shooting. Right, we're going to do that just to stay alive. Oh, can we stop picking on Sulfurion, please? See, this is the risk I've got now. He died. Unless I get refresh proc, that was like clutch. Because if I didn't get a refresh proc there, I was dead. Because I had no way to get rid of no way to sustain my health. So I think that's the only risk. No, I had to cleanse. I had to A2 to basically make sure I stayed alive. Mind you, I forgot he gets an extra turn. I forget these things. I've only just started using him, so I need to do this to give myself a bit of power. I'm gonna die probably. Oh, that's all right. I'm still not stable because I need to get back to a shield, right? I might just be dead here. Right, this is the problem. This is the only situation I see happening. Is if this happens where I can't get control of the fight. Because I can't actually place decreased defense, decrease or anything. That is super clutch. Him being in reflex build, super clutch right now. And now we're okay. Reflex saved us again. Reflex saved us again, basically, because it gave us a shield. Okay, can we get back to some stability now? And it's the only reason why it's risky is because of the provoke. If I actually built Sulfurion with accuracy, with the ability to resist, it would be not as risky because he would never get provoked. It wouldn't cost him a turn. He would always have his shield up. But it is the act of effectively getting provoked that kills the team. Let's just kill him off. No more you. Heal up. I almost killed my own Rathalos there. This will be big damage now. Yeah, so Furrin's stock is huge right now. 1.3 million one. For all the champions in my account, he's the one that I'm like, yeah, this guy's beasting it. Hey, look. Stars aligned at the moment. Not quite, but near enough. Burn. Don't want to leave any damage on the table. So this team can work, basically. That's what I wanted to check, was potentially this is cool. Now, the difference will be, is it better than running Mikage, Michinaki? Right? Because Michinaki was doing about 100 million. So let's end it there. So Val did 13 million, Blademaster did 17 million. Shamael did 17 million. Honestly, I'm not feeling the Val. But the Val is giving me decreased attack. Horse is by far the best. But Maris is like basically this team. Maris is just bonkers. I just don't know. Like, I can pull up my... The problem is I need to run it fully to know whether it's good or not. And I don't know if I can do that. Where was my screen grabs? So this was the full run that I did. So obviously Mikage being dropped for someone like Blademaster is worth it, because Mikage was not providing any damage. Now this got to turn 980, I think, or 970. So if we basically apply the thing of, okay, Marius hits 280 million, okay? So 280 million divided by 77, that's like 3. So it's like, yeah, it's about 3. I'm about a third of the damage. So if I basically take Michinaki and divide it by 3, Michinaki was doing 35 million at this point. So with Mikage as well, add that on top, would have been 12 divided by 3 is what, 4, 8, 12, so 4. So 40, so I've taken 39 million damage out. What have I added back in? I added 17 plus 13. So I added 30 million back in. I don't know. I don't know, basically. I'm unsure if it... I'm unsure if this change is better than what I already had. Considering that Nightmare was full auto. That this is a full auto run. So, I'm not... Yeah, Maris was dead on the floor. It could be that actually as well, that this Nightmare run was nerfing Maris's damage. Because if Maris didn't have more opportunities to max HP when their heads are dead, that would be bad, right? Because Maris's A2 is like 1 million 4 times, 5 times on the Suffering Head. It's a lot. And like Shamael's damage is a lot lower here for some reason. Like 75 divided by 17, like he's a lot lower here for some reason. Like it's 4 times lower, which just means he probably just didn't get the right setup. So I don't know. I'm going to try it. I feel like I can just go full nuke. I just don't know if it's better than this team. The nice thing is I've always got this team to fall back on. If this is like a really nice full auto team. So I can run this full auto, or I can run a manual team to push. So yeah. I mean, it's kind of nice. And then I suppose we just do a quick test. Now, this is not the perfect team, because we've got to do the team check first. So first thing I got to do is go to Shuzhen. And we got to go put her into second build. This is the full build. Let's see. How much damage can I ramp? Now, a lot of people have been saying, yeah, Trunda, the upfront is, you know, you get a lot of burst early on, but it's difficult to reproduce. I'm like, is it really though? Because I can literally just go boom, one shot. So I was like, okay, cool. 2 heads are dead. Nice. Then we go here. We reset. So whilst it's never going to be as good as it was, my question is less than that. My question is she capable of outperforming any other option that I have on my option list? Right? If she's going to outperform everyone else, then does it even matter? I think I need to take one more turn. Actually, I did this wrong. Sorry, I did this wrong. I did it wrong. You always open A3 now. Have I put her into Nature's Wrath yet? No. So I need to do the math. So there's an option. She either goes Nature's Wrath with the setup, or she goes Crushing Rend. I haven't quite decided which one's best yet. I'm going to do the math on it once I get the numbers out from this new system. Because it could be that Nature's Wrath is better than Crushing Rend. Because you guarantee yourself with any build 100% true damage on the A3. Okay, that's always going to happen. So we do that. Gonna burn. Made a mistake, should have cleansed, but it's okay. We wait one turn. Now what we do is we basically kill that head. Great. Kill this. Burn. Yeah, it's fine, whatever. Nobody cares about that. Provokes a bit of problem, but it should be okay. He's not going to kill me. Oh, look. We got a turn. What do we do? I want to bash. Hey, look. I just did 32 million in one go. Guys, I did 32 million in one go. Tell me a champion in the game right now that can do 32 million with one ability on Hydra. Yeah, I mean, this is not the best rotation, I will be honest. You're not wrong. So, if anything... No, Ieyasu can't, I don't think. I don't think Ieyasu. Right now, I'm just going to... I could A2. I should A2. I'm going to A2. I'm going to weak hit. Oh, I should have A3'd first. That was a mistake by my part. But we can do it again. Because I actually need to burn. Now I got my passive stacked. I'm happy. I got my passive stacked, right? Got 50% more damage. Everyone's happy right now. So what do? We're just going to wait. Reset. Slow them down. Reset. We're going to get rid of the fear on her. We're going to do this. Make sure everyone's got decrease defense weaken. Any hexes. Gonna wait one more turn. One more turn. We gotta wait for the suffering heads. So what we're doing is we're waiting. I should not have done that. That was a mistake. That was a big mistake. I just made a big mistake. Should not have done that. Because what I should have done is waited and used that A2 to kill everyone. But it's fine. We're just waiting at the moment. We can stop A3ing. So we're just waiting for Suffering Will. 1, 2, 3. Perfect. Okay, so now we do this. Now we give her a turn. And we go, I no longer like you. You are dead. Hey, look, I just did 7 million damage. This is why I don't think Trunda's dead. Do I think Trunda is required? No. So I might consider breaking this to build a more fun team. Because this is still quite awkward to run, right? It's still pain in the ass to run. Because there's always a risk failure. Like now, for example, because I got the Wrath head up, I got a risk failure. But I can just pop it with A3. I mean, her A3 does 10 million damage. So even without the A2, her A3 does 10 million damage. So she still hits really, really, really hard. She's just not as consistent. But that just means that almost, to some extent, budget Trunda teams are stronger now. I got access to the A3 more. Like, if anything, it just... Look at that. 30 million. Her A2 just did 30 million. Her A2 just did 30 million. So it's like, yeah, sure. You know what? I get it. People are going to say, yeah, well, it doesn't do the same thing as it used to. Doesn't really matter. Because actually, it increases the value of a cycle of violence, which means you can get more regularity in your abilities. So if you can get more regularity in your abilities, that increases a lot of power that you've got. Like here, for example, do I have anything yet? Yeah, cool, I can do this. So actually, I think she's just more regular now. Because that's the thing. What did they do? They took away the crit damage on the A2, but they replaced it with 50% and a 30% multiplier. This is why I need to work out is if Ignore Defense is better or if Nature's Wrath is better. Like, look at this. I can go, boom. Why can't they just fix Trunder? It's still the broken team. It's still broken. It's still a broken team. And people are still going to run it. And people are still going to expect you to run it. Now, this situation is kind of awkward because, you know, we need to wait it out a bit. Yeah, exactly, sure. That's what I was thinking. It's like, all you're going to do is lose by a little bit less. You probably just adjust your team to make it more stable. Right? You probably just adjust the team to make it more stable. So you don't need 2 resetters anymore. Like, my A1, without any sort of buffs, is doing loads. It's kind of annoying. So it's like, okay, cool. Really, really bad. Guess what? A3. I nearly just one-shot the heads. And she has... literally, there's no decreased defense, there's no weaken. I almost just one-shot all the heads with an A3. With one single A3. And because she's got crazy amounts of base resistance, she can be like the mischief tank when you buff her all up. Like, she's basically, look, mischief tanking. She hasn't got resistance, she's just got crazy base resistance with a 6-star blessing. The Wrathhead is still a risk. The Wrathhead will always be a risk, I think. Boom. 8 mil. Now this is where we want to time it. This is where we want to be careful. So we want to basically get an A2 at this point. So we should be able to cycle back around to it in time. We get lucky. Let's see how much the maximum potential it can be. She needs to wait one more turn. So I'm going to hit the head over here. Because that's the one I know I can't do as much damage to. Right. True test. The true test. How much did they kill Trunder by? We have got 4 protected set buffs. So that's 20% damage. We have got not all of the poisons. So Gerp takes slightly a little bit less damage. We've got weaken and decreased defense out on every single head. We've got Hex out on 3 of the 4 heads. Let's see. We're at 150.9 million. How much testing? 2 negative affinities as well. How much testing did Playroom do? And do you know what's bad about that? That wasn't even efficient because I was missing 1 Gerptek poison. I didn't have a Feral in the team. I could get more protected buffs. I was missing 1 Hex. Wasn't even efficient. And let's tell you exactly why. Because fundamentally, they have not understood the problem of Array 2, which is it re-multiplies. We need to make excess damage, not multiply. I don't even care at this point if I get shouted at for breaking the game, for making all the Siegfried and the Wukongs not work. Any form of excess damage should not be variable. It should be fixed. It shouldn't receive secondary multipliers. That is the problem. I don't know how many times I need to repeat myself, because even this situation now, you think, oh, it's bad now because they've all respawned. Well, it's not really a problem, is it? Why? Because they buffed her A2, they buffed her passive so much now that I can literally just go, oh, hey, I don't really need to reset the cooldowns, because you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to just A3 in a moment, and I'm going to one-shot everything. It's like, you know, hey, look. 3, 2. Oh, I'm not actually going to do it right now because, well, actually, no protection buffs. Almost one-shot the head of Mischief. Pfft. Had no grip to put anything on. It's like, oh, hey, look. Just, I don't know. I shouldn't have done that. So, yeah, I guess I'm not losing Trunda. I guess I'm running Trunda now every single week still. I thought Trunda was dead. I didn't think it was dead. I thought they said they were going to kill it. They haven't. I'm available, though, if they want to understand why it's not dead. I'm happily help them figure out how to solve the problem. I will say, though, the biggest... there is a bit of an issue with like sustainability, right? You'll have to work a little bit harder to keep your team stable, but not much harder, right? If anything now, the Serpent's Will gives you an opportunity to run more stability. And the reason why I say that is because you're not so concerned. I hate it when it does this. I despise Life Barrier with so much. Life Barrier should not be a priority over... I'm probably going to lose right now because of the rotation. Because of Life Barrier, basically. Because I basically missed one burn, which doesn't help, and Life Barrier. Life Barrier should not sit above consumption, ever. And under no circumstances should Life Barrier ever sit under this. It's just poor, because it's so bad. It really is, and it pains me that they still have never fixed this problem. So what I'll probably do is build out a team where maybe I take away one of the resetters, because I don't need a resetter as much now, right? And work on a setup where it's like a little bit more stable to deal with like these situations when they happen. But in the end, it's not really a problem because look, I had the worst possible situation, and I'm going to come out and I'm going to one-shot every head in a moment. The only thing I've got to be careful of is there is a reflect. And I can't do anything about that reflect right now. So I actually can't do any A2s. Because we got reflect, right? So maybe I build in a system here where I can get rid of buffs. A buff remover. Just to make it more stable. Because right now I have to basically do this until... I have to basically wait for the reflect. Which kind of sucks, but... But I can still A1 for doing like... And the A1 is still going to do like 1.6 million. So it's not the end of the world. It's not like I wasted any damage. I'm just waiting now. What if I replace it with Sulfurion? Well, Sulfurion's not going to move from Nightmare, is he? This, like... It won't be better than a Nightmare 1 bill key. Because a 4 times multiplier, right? So all I would do is make the team less... I would actually build them tankier. I'd make the team less squishy. And now I can go, right? Now I can deal with it. Who wants to die? Let's see. You die. 1 down. And now what we do, right? What we do now is we slowly kill the Mischief Head to reset turn meter. There we go. Now we slowly kill this head. Put decreased speed out. Kill the Suffering Head now. Why are we killing the Suffering Head? Because we're going to get all of them decapitated and we're going to do another A2. There we go. I want to hit this head first. I want to get the setup. And what we're actually aiming for, like I said right at the start of the stream, now what we want to hit is maximum exposure. So what do? We slow it down. We try to get as much of the HP off first. Right, I'm trying to get as much HP before I one-shot. Wait, why did they come back? There was 2 turns on all of those. Was there not 2 turns? Oh, was there? I missed one. Well, I messed that up then. Oh well. Let's maximize what I've got left. Still did 50 million with one. I did 45 to 50 million with 2 decapitated heads. 50 turns of Hydra on hard basically has just netted me more than my brutal team. So yeah, they haven't killed Trunder. It's actually just shocking how we're still in this situation this far along. And this has been my number one complaint about this update. Wasn't the fact that they didn't kill Trunder. It's the fact they tried to kill Trunder, failed, and then messed everyone else's teams up in the process. Right? That's my biggest complaint about this update. Is they failed to achieve their objective, which was to force people away from Trunder, but they've messed everyone else's teams up in the process. That's my number one complaint about this update. That the core reason for changing everything has not resulted in a significant change, because this is still the best Hydra team in the game. You maximize the team, give the Krakens a week, they'll have found a better way to make Trunder work. Look at that. I one-shot the head of Torment, and it didn't even have any debuffs. I one-shot the head of Torment, and it had no debuffs. I mean, I'm probably dead here because I'm about to get, like, one-popped completely. But, hey. Oh, no, I'm not. Never mind. Why? Because I can just go and one-pop everything. Game's dead. Like, just... Like, it's just going to be the 3 teams I run. I'm changing nothing. All I'm changing is maybe tweaking some Nightmare teams, but... They basically messed everyone's teams up and they still haven't solved the problem. So, yeah, we'll see how much I can do when I run my keys. But that's that. Like, I think I can get Trunder to about 1 billion. That's 2 billion. I think I can get my Nightmare team to at least 500 million. So that's 2.5 billion. So I'll be 2.5 plus 2. And I think I'll be able to get my brutal team up to about 800, 700 mil. Let's go conservative at 650 to 700 mil. Let's call it 700 mil. That's 7, 1.4, 2.1. So I'm looking probably 6.6 billion. So I'm looking at a 6.6 billion Hydra Clash score, which is still going to be, looking at these teams here, if I can do 6.6 billion, that's still going to be, of those 53 keys at the top clan there. I'm trying to do math in my head. Was that like 18% of one clan? What have they actually fixed? They've just reduced them. All this update is a stat squish. They've reduced the stats. As in, they've reduced the damage numbers. And they've messed everyone else's teams up. So any Kraken team that was already running the types of teams that I'm running, which is a Trunder team and a Teox team, I think are unaffected. If you had Marius is going to be a massive win. Marius now becomes, I think, one of the best Nightmare damage dealer, if not the best Nightmare damage dealer in the game. So, yeah. Anyway, guys, I have work to do still, and it's like 12:30. I was wanting to finish like an hour ago. So I'm going to leave it there for this fantastic stream. Unfortunately, I've not been able to push any of Centranos this re-gearing because they brought it forward a bit early. I need to put Shuzhen back in build, though. Where is Shuzhen? Let's just go back in build. But I think my next steps is just to optimize Trunder further. Optimize my Teox team further. If I can get a Feral... Right, just keep this in mind. If I can get Feral on Riho, that is effectively 30% more damage for both Teox and Quintus, who were basically producing in that team there 200 million damage. So in the same time frame, they will have produced 260 million damage. So if I can get my current team up to about 700 million, well, Riho will produce that to 900 million. 900,000. No, 900 million. So these little multipliers is the game now. It's about find a head, get it really low, and then overkill. Overkill. I might look at Fernax, to be honest, Lean. I might drop Quintus, and I might pull in Fernax. I mean, I don't even know. Let me have a see. Fernax. What is he in at the moment? What's Quintus in? Quintus at the moment is in 6 Merciless, 3 Cruel. Let's have a look at Fernax. The problem is I don't think I've got very good Merciless in what I do. I do, don't I? There is a particular champion that's currently holding all of my good Merciless gear in Sacred Order. His name's Inquisitor Shamael, who's currently holding probably one of my best amulets in Merciless. And he's also holding a really rubbish attack ring, but that's fine. And he's also holding a HP banner. I mean, honestly, the HP banner's not that crazy. I can find a better one. So he could go in Merciless Cruel, but Shamael is currently the person who's got the best build. I mean, I can try it though. I can switch it around, can't I? So if I just basically say filter, preset manager, let's save it as like weird old. Okay. And I find Shamael. And we go, Shamael, I want you to basically have this fitting room, and I want you to save this as... Oh, he's already got it, right? I think that's already there. Yeah, he's already there. Okay. So if I now go to... what's his face? Fernax. Yeah, we're going to do a quick test. Preset manager. Oh, I need to save Shamael's global. What am I doing? Sacred Order. Mercy. So Fernax. Do a little bit of a try on. Do a little bit of a try on. A little bit overcapped, but because obviously he's awakened, which the other guy was not. 260, 7.7k attack, 391% crit damage, Fernax. Okay. Pretty beastly Fernax. We could make it more optimal. I'm just trying this out. Has he got masteries? Currently, he has this setup. So right now, he's got the potential to go... Let's see. 35% ignore defense. Right? 35% ignore defense right now. With Helm Smasher, that would take it up to... with areas 55%. With Helm Smasher, it would take it up to 60, 70, 80%. I haven't switched his Crushing Rend yet because it would cost me gems. So I'm going to try it in Nature's Wrath first. Right? So let's just head over to our overlords, the Hydra heads. Let's just find my team on Brutal. This. We're just going to say, Quintus, out you go. Fernax, in you come. Let's see how hard we can get him to hit. Pick a head. Boost. We always start with an A2 on Teox. Teox has to do 2 A2s to stack up his increased attack. This is very important. The other thing we need to do is obviously he needs to take a turn to get decreased defense and decreased speed. So ideally we're going to hit this head. He doesn't have enough accuracy. So Nature's Wrath is not going to work here. Oh, he's going to get a turn. Oh, we killed a head. Okay, well, there's that. Unfortunately, we're not going to be able to get Nature's Wrath stacked up if he hasn't gone to Faxi. I didn't really check these things. Let's just try this. Oh, we landed some debuffs. Good. He stacks it way quicker than anyone else. This is just about stacking first, right? We've got to stack everything up first. Okay, that was annoying. All right, how much is he going to do? Lol, 1.8 million. Okay, stack it up. Go again. No increased attack. That was without increased attack. Yeah, that was 1.7 and 1.5 million without increased attack. I need to do one more A2, so it's a good head to do it on to reset turn meters. Drop speeds. I'm pretty sure I still need to do more Nature's Wrath as well, so we'll have to do another A2 at some point. Let's pick on this. Didn't get it. Right, I think he's stacked up now. Right, so kill this head first so we don't waste anything. No increased attack. 1.8 mil. The Teox and Quintus full max was 2.2 and 2.2 and then 1.4 million multiple times. That was the Teox and Quintus combo. We haven't found the setup yet because we're waiting to get set up. Because we've got to get increased attack in the right cycle. Debuffs are up. Let's just kill this head off because it'll wake up otherwise. Boom, boom. Oh. Okay, this is getting close to where I want to be. Don't want to hit that head on the left now, so I'm just going to hit this to try and get decreased speed out. Didn't get it. Take all damage. Provoke. Can we get... well, we'll get block buffs up, so we get Packmaster. It's as good as it's going to be. Let's see what we can do. It is kind of weak affinity for Teox, which doesn't help. So 3.7 mil. Right now, when it's perfect, it needs to be 5.6. Right? If Phoenix is going to beat Quintus, he has to be 5.6 when it's perfect. Right now, it's not perfect because we haven't set it up right. Right, because we need Packmaster's Hex, we need it to be on a Mischief Head, and Neutral Affinity. Let's just hit this. So this is on a Living Head. Pretty good. Affinity is always going to be a problem with these. One of the advantages of Quintus is he's void, so affinity is never a problem. One of the disadvantages with like Phenax and Teox is they're not void, so affinity is always a problem. Right, I'm fighting into this in negative affinity, that's why it's taking me a lot longer to kill them. So we can't hit that head with the test because they're weak affinity. The only good thing is Teox and Phenax are the same affinity, so at least we'll know whether they're hitting the right ones. Right, so this one's a pretty good one to hit because it'll be the same affinity. Cleanse. Just hit this head. We need to get some damage back. I'm pretty sure Nature's Wrath is stacked up by now, by the way. I'm sure he's done enough debuffs to have landed it. While I attack in this head because we'll never kill. We're just leaving damage on the table if we don't kill it. Boom, boom. Okay, this is the head we're going to want to test it on. This one here. Because it's good affinity. So now I need Packmaster's A2. Alright guys, can you stop counterattacking everything? Of course that failed. That was risky, I had a fear on. Right, there's the debuffs. Okay, first set of debuffs are out. You just go... No, that's fine. I don't want to use it yet. Alright, well, everyone's going to fear. It's fine. Packmaster get Hex. Didn't get Hex. That's really problematic. The smite went on the wrong head. I need Packmaster's Hex, basically. That's what I'm waiting on. Boom, boom. Packmaster Hex. There we go. Right, Packmaster Hex is out. We're good to test. We need Padraig to take a turn. Provoke. Alright, we're not going to ally attack. We don't need to. Okay, so it's near enough perfect. Near enough perfect. I could A2, a bit risky. Honestly, I'm just going to A1 that. It's not perfect. He's not going to have increased attack. Damn it, I can't test it. Ah, it would have been perfect, but he's not going to increase attack. So it's going to be a 1.7 and 1.5 without increased attack. These things are horrible to test when they fall out of sync. Alright, we can test this head. It's not perfect though, but it'll be good. Assessment. Okay, 2.6, 2.2. It's a 4.8. It's still not quite getting to Quintus's A1. I'll be honest. I don't think he's getting close to Quintus's A1. I feel like Quintus is winning. Now, I could go Rend, of course, which is a big deal. But I don't. I feel like Quintus is winning right now, especially due to affinity. Like I feel like affinity is such a valuable asset to have. That was Helm Smasher difference there. We get Packmaster's A2. Lovely. Fear. Boosts. Strong. I'm wondering if it's just a case of Crushing Ren should go on. Because that's a 1 million without increased attack on. Oh, now this is a good test. Oh, he's still too far. Honestly, the biggest problem is he's in a fast build, I think. I think that's the biggest problem. He's just in a fast build. Because there's no way I'm going to do any damage to stop this now. Because even if I hit this, it's going to proc. It's probably okay. I can do that to give speed. I can do this, but it's just going to kill the boss, I think. It's alright so far. He's just going to be always faster than Teox, I think. Because he's in too fast to build. Oh, that will speed Teox up, actually. No, don't kill the head. Don't... Ah, I killed the head. Killed the goddamn head, didn't it? Trying to get this test in is hard. I mean, it's still 110 million over these turns, so it's still really, really strong. It's just I can't get the perfect test to see the full comparison. Which is what I'm trying to get. I'm trying to get like the best hits. Okay, suffering down. Right, good. Okay, decrease speed. Didn't get it. It's fine. Okay, well, we're going to hit that head apparently. I mean, it's doing a 2.1 million without any debuffs on the target, which is a lot. Okay, now Teox needs to go. Okay, can we stop extra turning? It's fine, Teox go. That was a really bad time to be consumed. That was an awful time to be consumed when I'm trying to test this thing. Oh my god. It's actually trolling me. It's actually trolling me. And now I can't actually kill that target because... everyone hit everything other than the one head that I need to hit. I actually think I'm in trouble here. I think this team's dead. I feel like I'm going to get wrath popped, and there's nothing I can do about it. If Krisk survives this hit, it's going to be a world miracle. Oh, thank God for the ally attack. That is exactly... that there is why we have... that is exactly why we have Krisk in this team. That counterattack power. The ability to counterattack like that is exactly why he's in this team. Because otherwise we were dead in the water there. Now, can we please prioritize this head? I'd have loved to cleanse right now because Krisk is like just about to die. Thank God for continuous heals. Okay, well that's really annoying. Cleanse. And I attack. Yeah, the counter attack is just too good to not have. Right, there we go. Get everyone off turn meter. Oh my god, I almost killed that head. That's so much damage this team can do. I almost killed the head with it instantly decapitated. Insane. Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna just kill the head straight away with Hex bonus. That might be alright. Okay. Right, can we set this up now so that... no, we can't. Right, Hex bonus. Okay, we've got Hex bonus. That's one part of the problem. Next part of the problem is Provoke. That's alive. Fine, that's not bad. Let's just kill off this head. Nice. Okay, set it up. Here we go. Now we might actually have a test. We missed a debuff somewhere. I don't know. Thank you. What was that? Okay. Let's hit this because I don't want to reduce any more damage. Okay, we finally got a test we can try it on. It's not 100% perfect. Now it is. Okay. We have increased attack. We have all the debuffs out. We've decreased defense weaken. We have Packmaster's Hex. Everything is good to go. How much damage can he do? Let's find out. This is the true test. If it can't beat 5 mil, it's not stronger than Quintus. Ooh, yeah, it is. It is stronger than Quintus. 6.4 mil. 6.4 mil. And he's not even in Crushing Rend. I'll add that. He's not even in Crushing Rend. He's in Nature's Wrath. We haven't done the math to figure that out. But Affinity's a big issue. So I don't know if he's actually better than Quintus. I feel like Affinity is such a valuable asset to have, especially in Hydra, because you're always fighting negative. Whereas Quintus is going to pump that damage out consistently. And when you start getting Quintus up to 4-star with crit damage, and you start getting him stacking up, is Quintus just going to become better? I think so. But he can do the numbers. I just think Quintus is better. I need to put Shamael back together now. But that doesn't mean to say that Phoenix is bad, right? It's just that I feel like Quintus is more stable. And I don't think the difference is big enough to make it worth changing. And I think this is why I didn't go with Ninja when I had the option, because I felt like the Void was just better. So, you know, but Phoenix is absolutely worth it anyway, right? I can basically build an arena Phoenix and get a lot of achievement out of it. So I haven't done this today. I don't really care. Anyway, guys, I'm going to end it there. I got a lot of training to do. I will catch you all on Tuesday for Clan vs. Clan for another adventure. And we just got to optimize this further. I think I can get about 6 or 7 billion Hydra Clash. We'll see how it goes. Anyway, guys, have a nice time. Bye.